What is up, everybody? Jewish Lewis here. In today's episode, we have a bunch of loot, 5 million in total to be exact. We're going to start out and go from small to big. So this first raid, as you can see, has 900,000 gold available and 400,000 elixir. This is a 1.3 million raid. And yes, this is the smallest raid that you're going to see in today's video. And right here, we've got Drew Farmer up in Champions League, near about 3,700 or 3,800 trophies at the time of this raid. He is the leader of my clan, Juicebox, awesome clan, check us out. If you meet the requirements, go ahead and join. But what he's doing is getting these clan castle troops all the way out to the bottom so they don't mess his raid up, and he's going to drop a lightning spell on them in just a second. There it goes. Clan castle troops are gone, and now we can get back to stealing all this loot. He's stolen about 100,000 gold already. I think the splash damage of some of his balloons went ahead and took out a gold mine or two and got him all that gold. But now he's coming in from the top left with some balloons, taking out this archer tower. He's trying to get rid of anything that can shoot his air troops. Just look at this base for a second. Just sit back and look at it and look at all of this loot. Those storages are so sexy. They're filled up all the way to the top and gold is just overflowing. All for Drew to steal. Spoiler alert, he doesn't get a lot of it, but I mean, you had to show it because look at this base. Like, it's so much loot. He's up so high in trophy, so he couldn't really afford to lose a raid. He tried to get as much loot as he could, but he couldn't just quite get it all. All of his balloons are gone, and now it's time for the minions to come in behind and clean up. Try to get some of this loot, try to get closer to the 50%. And I didn't even factor in the loot bonus when I was recording, or when I was adding up all of this loot. So that's about 360 times 3. Oh, this is almost a 6 million loot episode if you want to go ahead and count the loot bonus, because in Champions League you get 180 of each, or 360,000 combined. The loot bonus up here is pretty awesome. That's what makes it so good to farm in. And you get these maxed out bases like this that have so much loot that you just don't know what to do with. They have nothing left to spend it on. And you can kind of just take advantage of it, steal all this loot. But Drew here, the raid is wrapping up, and he's going to go ahead and drop his heroes to get these last few percentages so he can get the 50%, get that loot bonus, and get that victory. He only ended up taking 360,000 gold, which is kind of disappointing. It's really sad to see all that gold just sitting left over in the base. But let's go on to the next one and see how much the next guy can take. Alright, here we are with the second raid. This is great goalie once again from my clan Juicebox. And look at this base. This base is also maxed out. And just take a look at these storages, these gold mines. All of them are filled to the top. Just so much loot in this base once again. The clan castle even has some loot in this. And this guy is offering almost 1.2 million gold, almost 500,000 elixir, making this raid a 1.6 million loot raid. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Wait, he said these raids are going in order from least to greatest. That means the next raid is going to be even more loot than this. It sounds crazy. This is so much loot. You don't even think it's possible that a raid can offer more. But yes, just wait for the next raid. We got so much loot in this episode. Like I said, we only have 3 raids and we're stealing almost 5 million loot. Almost 6 million if you want to count the Champions League loot bonus as well. But Great's going to come in here from the top of the base and just kind of take out these defenses that can shoot his air troops. Make some room to get closer to the 50% and all this loot. He's got some bunch of loot in the gold mines and his storages, as you can see. Some clan castle wizards come out, so he's going to have to deal with those, but they shouldn't be that big of a problem. He has some balloons that he can drop on him, or he can use his lightning spell. If you guys are enjoying this video so far, make sure you smack that like button. Thumbs up for this awesome loot. And comment down below what is the most loot you've ever taken from someone. I want to know how much loot you guys have stolen. What crazy raids have you guys gotten. But now let's get back to this raid. The clan castle wizards are now gone, and he has all of this loot to himself. But here's the tricky part. He has about 12 balloons, some clan castle balloons, his heroes, and 30 minions, and he's got to figure out how to drop these correctly so he can make the most out of it and get as much of this loot as possible. He's going to go ahead and drop a few balloons with a raid spell over on this side, take out this archer tower, and hopefully get this air defense. Can they do it? There is an inferno tower, but it's not multi-target, and they just barely miss the air defense. But there is a few minions next to this gold storage under a raid spell, so hopefully they can turn around and grab that. Apparently earlier when his balloons lured out the clan castle troops, they didn't get them all, because now you see a few more wizards come out of the clan castle, some more troops that he has to deal with, and down here at the bottom is where most of this gold is. As you can see, there are 3 storages, and there are still some gold mines up top filled with a bunch of loot, and down here by these wizards. So Great has a bunch of room to steal more gold. Just has to deal with these clan castle troops real quick, and then he'll be on his way stealing more gold. There was a little bit of elixir on this base, but not as much as there was gold. Full storages, but not full mines, whereas gold, he had full mines and full storages. Bunch of room up top, just drop minions and let them be. Nothing to shoot them down, and while he uses the rest of his balloons down here, he drops a raid spell. There is a level 40 queen down there, so she's kind of a pain in the butt to deal with. Cleaning up these army camps, getting close to the 50%, gotta get that loot bonus too. That loot bonus does provide 360,000 loot in total, 180 of each, and he's getting closer to it. Once again, he's not gonna get all the loot, unfortunately. It's so sad to see all this loot go to waste. He's gonna drop his king on the bottom left to try to pick up these 3 gold mines because there's a lot of loot in that. And then he should be able to drop his queen on one of the storages and also get a bunch of gold from that. So either way, this is still a good raid. It offered a lot of gold, and there he goes with his queen on the top, getting the gold mine instead of a storage. And he's going to walk out of here with 660,000 gold, plus 180,000 from the loot bonus, and not a bad raid at all. Let's go check out the next one though, because it's even better. Alright, here we are with the third raid, and this is the most loot I have ever seen. This guy's offering over 1 million gold and almost 1 million elixir, equaling up to about a 2 million loot raid right here, plus that 360,000 of each, or 180,000 of each, 360 combined total loot bonus. But if you go ahead and look at this guy has almost full storages and completely full collectors. They're all level 12. Thanks to this new update giving us level 12 collectors, makes loot much more easier to get with all these inactive bases, or just maxed out bases that don't have anything to spin it on. He's going to come in here from the bottom right though. He is above 4,000 trophies, so he really doesn't care that much about this loot. He's just going for the 2-star, and this was also a really high cup offer. Unfortunately, these guys' storages were not full, only his collectors were, but either way, you can't really complain about a 2 million loot raid. His balloons are going through, they're getting to the core now, taking out the Inferno Towers, and the minions are stuck on an expo, but they'll soon be taking out the Town Hall. See if they can. He's getting close to the 50%. Gotta get that loot bonus too. And he still has his heroes, some few cleanup archers and minions, and he's just gonna try to get as much loot as possible and then send his heroes to the Town Hall. He's got a minion down here on the army camp trying to get a few more percentages. Drop another minion over there, but it gets shot down. And he has full collectors on the top of his base, and all his gold storage is up there too. It would be so easy to drop his heroes up there and pick up the rest of that loot, but he is above 4,000 trophies, pushing for more cups, so he's going to have to go for the Town Hall. He drops a minion up there to clean up that Dark Elixir. 4 minions left, 2 archers, and 3 wall breakers to send his heroes for the Town Hall. Really kind of sad just to watch these heroes go for the Town Hall and not the loot. So far he's stolen almost 1 million loot, and he has 1 million left on this base, so we're going to see what he can pick up. But this raid is going to wrap up the episode, so I hope you guys did enjoy. Smack that like button if you did. Don't forget to subscribe. And while these heroes just go for the Town Hall, enjoy all of this loot. If you have a Twitter, you can go ahead and follow me on there too. I tweet all the time. I love talking to my subscribers. I reply to all my comments, so comment down below if you want to say something. Follow me on Twitter, like I said, at COC Lewis. Check out all the links in the description, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.